thank you for being one of the only few people that ever joined my stream and is like, oh, hey, your mic's muted. Let me tell you. Everybody that comes in, like, doesn't even bother to tell me that my mic is muted, and it's like, I'm speaking to myself, and then they leave when they don't hear me, and I'm like, why did they leave? And then I find out that I'm the idiot that was muted. Like, geez. You couldn't just drop the muted? Like, just type in the word muted and it'd be all good? Thank you, though. I don't want to put that on there. Yeah, just people don't let me know. It would be very helpful if people would just tell me that I'm muted, but I barely get that communication as is. Let me check on something. It's been a while since... Did they put any patch notes or anything like that? Doesn't look it. How often do you get toxic, if at all? Who do you think is going to answer that honestly? Y'all gotta calm down. It's not the end of the world. It feels like it. What is wrong with idiots? This is what you wanted, DPS. Now lie in the bed that you made. It's like, I didn't want this. Trying to find a good Ash sense since I accidentally reset. Oh my god. Yeah. Some people are just unbelievable. Just reading some of the patch stuff, that's all I'm really doing. But dang. Resetting all the binds. That sucks. Alright, I think now's long enough. I gotta do a VOD review for... What's his name? I gotta get that information. Zenizo. Yes. Yes, he is. Yeah, I'm already caught up with, like... I've already seen, like, dozens of different opinions from different streamers talking about the balance of the game. I'm not gonna lie, I really kind of wish that they could have done it better, but at the same time, it's hard to talk about. Let me see, where were they? Blah, blah, blah. 2 p.m. Central. Yeah, I can't do. Shoot. He's probably still waking up soon. I mean, either way, you can just watch everything back. It's not that bad, but I'd prefer for him to be here so he could learn. Either way. Alright, so career profile. Go to... 7453 FC. Match loaded. Okay, let's get on back to the bottom. Rework, like rebinding them? Didn't know that they had an auto stop button. Anyway. Let's see what his information is.
Entering. Ready
Match on
for
King's
battle.
Row. Bro. I don't know how much more I can correct this. Stick drift is just nuts. Changes all where he uses 5. When he uses it, 5 orbs spawn to. Oh, Overwatch work. Okay. Okay. I was misunderstanding that. Makes more sense. Okay, so this is a VOD review where I forgot which one he was. Is he Shiva? That's right. Okay, so he's gonna be the Bastion. So subscriber, longtime subscriber, I'll call him at this point, wanted a VOD review for his Bastion play. So let me get the details. He played ranked with Bastion. He did his 10 positioning games and ended up in Silver 4. He's on the edge of getting D-ranked. He doesn't know why. Either the positioning, which is worse in ranked games for some reason, he doesn't know. His aim or his ult usage, which he thinks it was horrendous, so that would be something to look into. Which is why I want to know, what do I need to do? Because like Riot, I need help, and Riot's the guy currently talking. Not about dying, but about eliminating more, because it felt like he had eliminated more people in the game. Oh, if he had eliminated more people in the game, he would have won. And he swaps later to Soldier and Sojourn, then back to Bastion. And the game was played in King's Row, second game after getting ranked. Yeah, the stats didn't matter, so that's good. So if I wanted to write them. Okay, so now I'm doing it live. I was really hoping to do this earlier in the day anyway, but I needed to kind of get the things together. So he's playing Bastion. He believes that his eliminations could use work. So let's see. Oh, that's right.
You do too much cardio.
Gotta wait a little
Not
bit
enough
anyway.
weight training.
I'll lift some weights if you go jogging with me.
We will see if you can keep up.
Accept it. Yep.
Repositioning.
All right. So first things first. Looking at the opposition, let's just have a quick examination, because I realized I didn't do that with Riot's most recent VOD review. So opposition. First off, your teammates, because you don't know your enemy's opposition until you walk out the door. But you have a Pharah, you have a Zarya, you have a Kiriko, and you have a Brig. So right off the bat, just knowing the patchwork, you were probably playing one of the easiest heroes in the patch in relation to the buffs that he got in a significant way with the role passives. So it's not really a bad choice, but let's quickly just examine the map for 1 second, because Bastion, if there's one good thing, is that if your Zarya helps you and your supports support you in the way of keeping you alive when Zarya can no longer do that, you have a very good choke point. And you have a way of eliminating anybody in front of you, and then you just need to rotate when the enemy team gets pushed back. Because inevitably they're going to get pushed back anyway. Or they can just remain in place if you foolishly use your abilities, but like you said, you eventually swap off. How long is this match? Like 20 minutes? Okay, so 20 minutes. We can take some time. Your opponents, however, another thing to take in note. So you have a Zen and a Moira as your enemy supports. You have a Hanzo and a McCree as your enemy damage. And you have a Diva. So I usually go in for counters like this, but let's be 100% honest right now. The biggest counter to you and the biggest dangers to you are Zen and Hanzo. Technically Diva, because she can defense matrix a good portion of your damage, but she's not the biggest threat. In fact, even considering McCree might also be a threat, but this is also a silver match, so just bear in mind. Moira, hit or miss. There's a lot to go on here. Yeah, your real biggest threats are Zen and Hanzo, and then a close second to McCree. So as far as your opposition goes, what you would really need to do with your team and your tank is push main, get past the choke, set up on one of these two walls, get the direct line of fire, wait for them to push back, and rotate aggressively. And you could either rotate to the left room right here, take the health pack, kind of eliminate their sight right over here, and then just rotate onto point while keeping it covered. Or you go behind the statue over here. You have a few options, but you have very limited options, so you need to make your choices correctly. But use this cover. Keep them from pushing this health pack and use it to your advantage because you get a little cover in here as well. But be sure to use this cover. You could theoretically too take maybe the high ground back up here, get the high ground up here, and Diva could waste her resources to contest you. Again, you have a few options. It really just depends on what they do, but we just really need to find out. So let's get on to playing.
1. Attackers incoming. Defend
I'm going to play this a little bit faster.
What's the message?
Okay, so you're meeting at the choke point. That's good. You saw the Hanzo arrow. Just keep in mind, whenever you see a Hanzo sonic arrow, that's going to be indicator that you should probably play away from it, because the more information you give them, the more you're essentially putting yourself into a bad position, or you're letting them prep. So now they know that you are there. He used his sonic arrow and you gave him that information. It's not necessarily bad, but he does have his choke just as much as you, and it looks like your Zarya is aggressively pushing, so I don't think she's trying to support you at the minute. Yeah, that's just what I figured. Not really so much a problem. This kind of happens in the higher ranked games as well sometimes. You just play your cover a little bit better. But Hanzo knew where you were, and your focus was on Moira. So, good target prioritization, but she was a little too close into getting into cover. I would have just primary fired and used the pressure that you exerted to put her back to her team. And then instead of going this way, I think, if I understood correctly, you were probably going for this mega health pack because you were really low. But it's just better to go back here. Like, if you were right here, just go this way. It's just as quick. Bounce around a little bit, do some jumping. But going this way, you got yourself into a block, and you still left yourself open for direct line of sight up until this point right here about. So you would have survived a little bit better going the other way, but it happened. Again, you have your options. So I don't know what your Farah's doing. She's all by her lonesome, and I don't... Yeah, Kiriko's right here. Where's your brick? Back... I'm calling it right now. She's either going to get pushed by the D.Va in like 2 seconds, or she's going to get shot out of the air. Yep, there's the... Yeah. Called it! Okay, so... Okay, I'll point out one problem. So, going back 2 seconds. Who were you shooting at? You blew one of your strongest abilities in the current patch by going configuration assault, but you couldn't get anybody because they were all in cover. I would have peeked before activating the ability to kind of get a sense of whether or not I was going to use it. I would make this mistake too, so it's not like, oh, I'm just pointing down to silvers. No, I would have done this too. And it's a habit you got to break. You got to be able to know that you're using your ability wisely. Again, you are in fact, also, the ult economy is very one-sided at the minute. And I know that counting the ult economy is not really a low-end thing on the medal ranks. It comes with time. But you can assume, like, Hanzo can build his ult very quickly, and they have already eliminated a bunch of people on your end and pushed you back a team fight. So chances are one of them is either close to ult or getting there. So using this, you just wasted an ability, and now you have to wait 12 seconds before you can make your re-engagement. Otherwise, you're just doing this, which you do. So the grenade's a weird one. I'm not a Bastion main, so I couldn't tell you the prime time to use it, but because it is technically a burst ability, which can strip armor, can defeat a chunk of health, might even kill off a low-end target, opening with it might not be the wisest thing unless you're sure like you're going to get like a big HP target and whittle them down just enough at the beginning of a fight, but you now left yourself completely defenseless because for another 5 seconds you can't use it, and then another 8 seconds until your assault mode comes back. So let's see what happens here. So your Zarya's taking the lead, that's good. Okay, you got your abilities back. Good. Oh, decent decent rotation, but dang. Good stuff. Now, the reason that this is smart is because your assault mode is something that they don't want to get killed with, and they tried pushing you. So, that's good. Ooh, good grenade. Okay, you have your assault mode. You did it a second time. You guys are going to say, look to your left, look to your left. Gonna try and get you. Dang. Your team's doing good. Good. They got the elimination. Ah. Good team fight. Whoa. I'm going to view this from third person. So use your ability. You don't have it for another 12 seconds. Farah's got like this entire death wish where she just wants to go off alone. And that's not terrible, but look at where she's placed. She's got no sustain. And she's one hit from death against 2 people that can heavily counter her from close to mid-range. So this is it's not prime. Not prime at all. Kiriko playing like a team. Okay. So, you're now split by the dragons. I think Zarya is just building charge. So, Farah being where she is makes sense. She could be on the high ground, but you're not doing anything but keeping the back line. I honestly would have just rotated at this point. That's about the only thing I can mention. This team fight, I don't know. Yeah, look at where your team is, and they're getting the team fight. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to every single detail. Your Pharaoh was an idiot. I mean, you did get the kill, so spawn advantage and everything. Why did your Kiriko blow the ult when you had a Juan team fight? Don't use it. Don't use it. Just stay on point. All they can do right now is poke. So you're doing good. You're doing good. I like this. I like this. Okay. Commit, commit, commit. Good! Get out of there. Good. Good on you for taking that angle. Good. I like it. Nothing wrong here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Stay on your point. Stay in cover. Oh, I hate it when that happens. Can we go back on that for like 2 seconds? I have to admit, that's actually kind of hilarious. What's going on, Sage? I'm doing a VOD review for oh my god, I forgot his name. Leonardo?
What's up?
I'm really surprised none of them pursued you. Okay, there we go. You're getting pressure. You're pocketed, so that's good. Ah, bad timing. So the fact you're getting away with this, and he forces you off high ground. Okay, now, yes, now's a good time. Fire through that, fire through that. That. No! Fun fact. No, he's not in chat at the minute, unfortunately. I'm recording it for him, though. Yeah, unfortunately. Let's go back a step. So, here's a fun little fact. That because of the DPS passive that just got introduced, Zen's healing is useless. So, he might be upkeeping them, but if you got the right targets, you could puncture through that major healing and get rid of them anyway. You'd have to aim for Squishy because I don't think D.Va's a good target, but... Oh, they ate the graph. Yeah, I would have kept pushing a little bit more sooner. Like, the moment that you got pushed down. Push aggressively. Push. No, you're pulling back. Pulling back. Remaining cautious. Ran out of the ult that was key to eliminating. You might have been able to turn the team fight. There's no guarantee, though. Yeah, they're gonna win. Did your Kiriko blow another ult? Like an ult? Man. Okay, so you pushed aggressively when you should have been passive, and you were passive when you should have been aggressive. Another thing is that your Kiriko is an idiot, because not only did she launch the ult in a won team fight, but she also launched one in a lost team fight. So that's not necessarily anything that you could have done, but... Wow. Now you have no sustain other than Brig ult, and Brig is now trying to solo the entire team. For, like, no good reason. Okay, and this is where you go, soldier. Perfect. Yeah, your ability usage is a little weird. With Bastion, you just got to be a little bit more smart with when you utilize it because you have great damage capabilities and great abilities to use in team fights, and to just toss them willy-nilly, it just needs to be used a little bit smarter. Dang that. He just got 3 dragons in the span of a few minutes. Yo, your Farah's... Oh, she didn't even pay attention. Trying to get back to you. Yeah, this is... You guys are now splintering. This isn't good. Your distance, don't push. Okay, your Pharah's pushing decently. Okay, good. Push with your tank, She's... The Pharah is doing the one smart thing right now, and that's pushing with the tank. Okay, you're taking an off angle, good. Self-healing help you out. Good old fire, Zarya. Good. No critiques. I like this. Good one team fight. You push. Taking the angle, that's good. Just a little bit late, but it's not bad. You just work on the timing as time goes on. Not really too much to improve on here. They have Zarya. Zenyatta. Dang! Tried stalling and just didn't make it. The timing is off badly. Yeah, good angled usage. Your Kiriko. Yeah, Farah's not making completely stupid decisions, but she's not being smart about her timing all the time. This is the funnier bit. Your Kiriko is actually, debatably, the dumbest player on your team. She used her ult on a Juan team fight. She used her ult on a lost team fight. Like, a blatantly lost, like, even using the ult wouldn't have benefited. And now, she does the ult in the most useless direction that attributes nothing to the actual team fight. I would debate that it's not anything that you're doing, Leonardo. I'm going to say it's probably your Kiri. Because, yeah, everyone's working decently enough together. There's some stupid decisions being made. It's the rank, whatever. But your Kiriko has avidly had the worst ult usage in the entire game. Like, debatably, out of everybody's ult usage, the smartest one in this game right now is Hanzo. And the dumbest has to be your Kiriko. Well, I think we found your weak link. Oh, whoops. Oh. Don't blow your ult just yet.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Good stuff. Okay. Taking the angle again. Good. You're thinking ahead. Good. Okay, they're fighting. Get in that angle. I was about to lose my stuff until I remembered. Wait, there's the Brig whip shot. That's what happened. I saw her launch it forward just to go backward. No, that was smart on your Brig's part. We're just gonna... I see what happened. That wasn't intentional. That wasn't intentional. Yeah, Brigitte whipped it back, which was good. She stopped it from going into the center of the team, having to force a turnaround. Yeah. I see what you did, and I know exactly what happened. You tried going into cover and you fell off by accident, dooming you inevitably. Now, arguably speaking, to say the least, the smarter move would have just been to use your sprint instead of your healing station, but I think that you were still in the mental process of registering that you fell on accident. So I can't even say anything. But hey, if you make it back in time, it looks like you may or may not. Oh, where's he using the ult? That's like a ult. Oh, there's the win. Yeah, your team had the good had the good team fight at the end there.
Stay in sight. I'll keep you.
Ready for
Ooh.
Yeah, your Kiriko is dumb as rocks. I'm sorry.
5,
All right, here we go.
3,
So before we even go, they changed up their composition, and you didn't change up yours. A little bit of stubbornness, I can tell. Your Kiri could probably benefit from changing it up. What's going on, P. Diddy? Your Kiri could have literally changed anybody and probably gotten better value, because your Kiriko is like your weakest link right now. I don't even know if she recognizes it. So what is it that I mentioned in previous VOD reviews? I had to think of the word for a second. I've mentioned in previous VOD reviews that what do you do during the downtime? You are right now at the beginning and setting yourself up. Now, you have your options. Future things to think about is try and take a look maybe at the angle where your Pharah is, that even if you're with her, stacked on top of her, you can help sustain her. You can give her options as well. You can work alongside her. You could theoretically take this angle here, but that's a little bit out of your range once you get past the choke point. They have to come to you in order for you to get better value. You could take here or this window here and contest the point when they inevitably make it, but that would be a kind of a foolish thing unless your team is prepared for that strategy and making up for you being removed from the fight until it takes place on point. You could do that. My best suggestion would be to either take this spot right here, or if it were capable, you could take up here if you want to take a little bit of a riskier angle. But ultimately, your best angle choices are going to be up here and up here as soldier, because you could run back, you could run over here to the health pack, you could run back to your team, you could run in here for the other health pack. If you can't make it to the health pack, just go over here for some extra cover, run back, and now you're with your team. Your sprint is one of your most powerful assets as soldier, so just be sure to use your sprint whenever possible. Your positioning right now on point, it's not the worst, but you could definitely be in a better position that's advantageous. So just think about that on the next time.
2, 1. Attackers incoming.
Speed this up a little bit.
Defend objective A.
Oh! Yeah, at this point I would stop peeking until you healed. Yeah, I'm noticing you're doing that too from time to time. It's not really that... What's the word I'm looking for here? It's not that pertinent. Like, it's not always the case that you need to dodge, but remember who your opposition is. You have a Hanzo on the enemy team who's been doing very good, so you need to respect him. Whether or not you do actually or don't, that's aside from the point. You need to. You need to respect his space, and you need to respect his line of sight. The moment that he peeked you here and got you down from 250 to 10, The first thing you should have done was go and cover, grab the health pack, that's what it's there for. Save your healing station if you can help it. You've got both of your supports right next to you. And take a different angle, because he's obviously focused that direction. It's kind of the same thing when you're doing a Widow 1v1. One of the biggest rule sets that you'll hear from the pros that play Widow, never re-peek the same angle unless you got the advantage. Like, if you just wound the enemy Widow, or like you're trading shots, don't always re-peek the same angle, because chances are they're going to be ready for you. Try to peek a different angle unless you know that you're going to get the win. Now, that's never a guarantee, so you really still should be very cautious about it. But remember, Hanzo, he already has your angle. You needed to move into cover, and you wasted one of your key resources just so that you got eliminated almost immediately. Your healing station is not a bad ability, but unfortunately they made it that much worse. So it is a very hot commodity in your kit that you need to use. Maybe not sparingly, it's not the right word. It's more you need to use it smarter so that you don't lose value on it. Okay. You are, you're making it back. Lost team fight, lost team fight. I wouldn't even continue. No, get out, get out, get out, get out. Get out.
Damn it.
Good use of your legs. Ah. Pay attention to your health bar for 2 seconds. You're healing right now. You now used your ability, you have to wait 18 seconds, which means that if the enemy continued to engage, you'd be out. Let's see when you engage again. 10 seconds out.
Objective lost. Stop the payload.
E. Respect the Zen, respect the Zen. It's still one piece you as well. Well, maybe not one piece you, but volley you. So you're playing smarter. Let me just go back on this a second. So you're with your team, you're playing behind. There really is kind of no better position that you can take currently, because the only other position that you could probably play that would benefit your team is taking up here and shooting behind them. But there is this pillar in the way, so it makes it a little bit harder with where the point is. But at the same time, it would give your enemy team another place to look that would make life a little harder for them to get the elimination. Yeah, arguably you probably could have taken the high ground. I know that Zenyatta was in your way, so it was never a guarantee to get there, but what is he firing at? I think he's just trying to still make sure you're not there. I mean, they are playing a support down. That's right, dance with the wall, dance with the wall.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Dang, good timing on that Zen ult. I think he's been waiting to use it reactively. Ah, lost team fight. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Okay, took the mech with you. Get out, get out, get out, get out. Dang. Yeah, you had a lost team fight there. Everything was pretty good. I don't need to really repeat myself on some of the things going on. So you're going back and forth trying to take advantageous angles. And I'm noticing that even when you have the prime pick, you sometimes, and I'll use the word choke, you choke from time to time with your aim and you launch your rockets and you end up whiffing and either missing them or hitting a wall. Take your time, secure your aim. If they don't know you're there, that is your opportunity to remain calm. Take a breath. aim your reticle, make sure that it's on the hero in question, and go from that. So take your time. It's not a race. You're doing good. Your team was doing really good on defending and occupying them. You might have been able to get the Moira if you just took a little more time. The only other piece of advice I'll mention here, play your corners a little bit more as well. Because again, you're doing some peeking back and forth. Just stay close to the wall. You don't need to be hugging it and making love to it, but you need to be close enough that if you ever had another Hanzo situation, it's like, oh, I'm right there. So, Diva's out of mech. She can't do anything.
I'm here. Let the kids guide you.
Stay out of my way.
Yeah, that's a rock and a hard place.
I'm here.
Okay. There you are. You go to take care of May. The enemy team's making their push. Okay, so that's a hard one to tell. It doesn't look like your Kiriko placed the ultimate wrong, but I think that she got outplayed because Hanzo ult kind of eliminated the full usage of her ult for a short time. The Diva Bomb was placed in a position where the only way to get value was to put yourself in line of sight of the Diva Bomb, so good on her. Hanzo did a great job too, because it's a fish in a barrel. Yeah, the team is just grouped up together. You're kind of swapped at the minute. So, this was inevitable. You're in a bad position too. There's just nothing you can do there.
Team kill.
There's the bell. There's the horn.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
Yeah, they're winning more team fights. It's not always about the eliminations either. I'll quickly point that out. It's about the team fight qualities, and it looks like your Pharah recognized the need to change. If only your Kiri could do that. Yeah, you're still sitting on your ult. I would have found an opportunity to use it sooner, but at the same time, let's just see what happens. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. He didn't have you in his... Let's quickly play that a little bit slower. So the only person who knows you were there, by the way, was Diva. So here you are. Perfect line of sight. You lined it up. You should be shooting her right now. Shooting her right now. Shooting her. Nope, nope. You swap off and you go for, is that May? Osmo? Yep, that's May. So now Diva forces you to play defensively. You could have gotten a little bit more damage on her and eliminated most of her armor. You have Hanzo in your sights. We're going to play this a little slower. So you finish reloading. You launch your rockets. He's still not looking at you. He's still not looking at you. He's still not looking at you. You're not being contested. Okay, now you're being contested. Stay in cover. Use your healing station.
Heals coming up.
Good. Good stuff.
That's better.
I would get out of there.
Setting up pens. I've got you in my sights.
So, two problems with this.
I've got you in my...
Let's just go back a second. So look at where you are. Your enemy team... Yeah, ulting there was not a good idea for two reasons. Number one, you have no support. So when your ult fails, you have nobody to go back to. And your only method of escape right now is on a cooldown. Like, your only defensible positionary advantage is on cooldown, this little health pack here. The enemy team is coming your direction, and then you'd have to run away. I would have actually used the ultimate here because the D.Va is doing some good front play, and this would have opened up and exposed their back line. So number one, you're just in a bad position to use it. And number two is actually their tank. So I don't know what D.Va's cooldowns look like. It doesn't really matter. You're wasting your ultimate on D.Va when you can be using it on Zen. You could be using it on Moira. You could be, even if Mei ice blocks, you make her use a critical life-saving resource. Hanzo could have been eliminated. The thing with Tactical Visor, and I had to learn this the hard way, the value of that ult is very low. And suffice to say, as much as I love Soldier 76, he was my favorite hero, playing the entire game. I was a Soldier main for a long time until I opened my venue. The biggest lesson I had to learn with his ultimate was position and timing are everything. Because yes, aimbot is very pertinent and it is very powerful in the right circumstances. But there are heroes that nullify him very quickly if you mess up. It's like a very thin line of going from getting great value to getting no value. So the enemy team's right here. D.Va crosses this line. If you had taken the moment to see that the team fight was taking place and use your legs to run around this corner, and even if you were behind this crate or just behind this corner right here, you could play with this corner with a little bit of distance that you have and run away. Here's the thing too. Soldier's ult, I know that they increased the ult charge a little bit, is actually a very fast charging ult compared to some others. So you could have actually blown it and still be good. Still be good. It wouldn't be an issue. But here you are in the room. You wasted your resource in the room, out of position. And now you lost value, and then you were pumping it into the D.Va, who is currently being sustained by Moira and Zen. It was never going to work. Yeah, D.Va basically negates your entire kit. For the most part, she can catch up to you on sprint. She can eliminate your rockets and your primary fire with one ability, and your ultimate is meaningless. Oh, excuse me. Your healing station doesn't even do much against her. So
I've got you in my sights.
And another thing too. So you had the barrier there. You could have debatably went frontline here and gotten the protection. They would have had to pass the barrier. But even with the barrier being there, the question is, what value were you getting when they're playing around the corner here, when they're all behind here, and you're frontlining with your teammates back here dealing with a male? Now, let's be honest, you probably didn't get a good eye on the Mei ult. You saw her use it and then go to ice block. So I wouldn't anticipate that even me myself would have recognized, oh, hey, you're basically trading ults with the Mei right now. But who's getting the real value? Mei removed her pressure by splitting up your team and removing the frontline presence off the point. You pumped it into their front line with heroes that are not going to take the best damage from it, while their back line remains unhindered and able to literally come here and negate your existence. Negate your cover, negate your effectiveness, negate everything. So again, just timing. So let's let me just read this. In this scenario, if you ulted in the back line, the D.Va would be too busy fighting in the front. Exactly. That because D.Va is on the front, let's say that you took that position. You're back here, like I mentioned before. Yes, the back line would need to now focus you, but you have aimbot, and they have to now hit a moving target while sustaining damage, which means that if Moira didn't use her ult, or not her ult, her phase yet, if Zen uses his ability, If Hanzo has no jump, they're toast. And then even Mei. Mei might be forced to back up. It doesn't look like she's going to be. But even if you took this back fight with the ult, at bare minimum, you're going to eliminate one. You're going to eliminate one for sure. And let's say that worst case scenario, you didn't actually eliminate any of them, but you used your ult. You forced them to use an ult early, so Mei was forced to use it. You may or may not force the Zen the moment that he's about to die to use his ult. You might force the Moira, who has Coalescence, to use it on you instead of your team, who's currently being oppressed by the Mei ult. And then Hanzo, he's been smart the entire match. He may not be so dumb or so pressured into it. He might not use the dragons on you. But on the off chance that you would have eliminated him, that means that he has his dragons for the next team fight and not this one. Oh, see, you pressured her ult out anyway, and Zen's got his. Yeah. Yeah, they won the team fight. I think Zen's gonna hold it.
Into the
Oh.
I've seen tougher spots.
Uh-oh, the payload's moving.
Tracer MVP. Yeah, not much you can do here. Play the angle, and put the pressure.
Careful, there's more of them.
Ah. I would have said put the pressure and get on point, but let's be honest with each other on this one. This was kind of iffy.
More of them than us.
This was kind of iffy. I can't even lie. I don't know if I would have done it. But die on point, there's a reason why the pros mentioned that and that became a thing. Okay, going Sojourn. Nice. Yeah, so a couple of takeaways. Good rotations from time to time. Your timing could be a little bit better. Your positioning could be a little bit better. A little bit more patience in your aim when they don't pay attention to you. That's free value. But also better timing on your ult usage and ability usage for that matter. I've already mentioned this prior, but yeah, overall not bad. Not the worst, obviously, but good. It could use improvement. Everybody could use improvement, so
5, 4,
I have no idea what you're doing. I hear the
incoming. Defend objective disrupting. Damn.
Why is your... Okay. And you still have a Kiriko. Okay, good.
The enemy's got a turret.
Enemy turret destroyed.
So remember what I was mentioning about ability usage and management? The problem that we have here is that you used one of your biggest mobility abilities to get a health pack.
The enemy's got a turret.
So where are your healers? They are technically paying attention to your hog. I wouldn't have relied on it. But you could have stayed here, backed back up, and then let your self-heal do the work, because self-heal is now a thing. But now you're down 2 abilities, 25 charge on your rail, and you're nowhere in the fight. Now it looks like you might lose this team fight, but let's take a look and see.
Enemy turret destroyed.
Feeling better. Not so fast.
Nice. Push them back, take the left. Good.
30 seconds.
Ah. Yeah.
30
Just
seconds.
slow that down. Yeah. I don't really have any tips for having a better fight with the Zen right there. I think you were discorded though, right? Yeah. The moment you're discorded, it's probably safe to say that if he's paying attention to you, you're going to lose. I would have backed out of that. Unless I was confident that I was for sure going to get rid of him. Oh, you're losing the team fight now.
I'll have to find a better way to engage.
10
Area
seconds.
denial.
That hurt.
Overtime.
Wow, you're fair.
Someone's asking for a faithful
Dang.
railgun. Complete.
Yeah, not much there. They just full held with. Yeah, their strongest DPS just kept going Hanzo. Their weakest DPS went off to Torbjorn. Their supports, who have not been super oppressed, are still in the match, and D.Va is still doing really good. Not much you could really do from there.
Round. Ready.
Back on Bastion. Good pick, by the way.
Pre-flight checklist complete. Running clean and hot.
Ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Good pressure on Hanzo. Good elimination. Good. I wouldn't have wasted it. Yeah, I wouldn't have used the grenade. I would have held it, but it looks like you're about to get it back anyway when it's important. So.
Dispersing. Under my protection.
Quick tip, if you ever get walled off like this, keep firing. Just don't, first off, you have unlimited ammo for 5 seconds. Fire through, get through. She's going to be either forced to pull it down and waste her ability in the long term, or you're going to be forced to move, which you could just blast through it. So just blast through it, don't stop. See? She blew her ultimate anyway, her ability rather.
Gale the Mahal.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
Oh my god, what? You had won the team fight.
Gale the Mahal.
That was like a last. Your Kiriko is so cringe, it's not even funny. You just blew 2 game-winning ults. I mean, granted, you all have your ults in like a few seconds. Your ult economy is looking good. But like, you don't need both. You don't need both Window and Kitsune Rush. Why? You have the team fight won. Oh my god. Why? Only one of theirs could have. Oh my god. It hurts my soul. You didn't need both. The thing you need to pay attention to, first off, pay attention to who you eliminated. You eliminated 3 of their heroes, but you used 2 support abilities to do it. That's overkill. Complete overkill, and you just overdid it. You've overdone it for yourself. You've overdone it for your team. But, like, at this point it should be. I need to probably reach out to this dude and be like, hey, do you want like a free coaching session? Because I have a VOD from this dude. Like, holy crap. The Kitsune usage is just so bad, it's not even funny. Oh my lord. Okay. So now you have 0 support ultimates. You don't have Window, you don't have Kitsune Rush. You do have Pharah ult, you do have Sigma ult, and you do have your ult. So as long as you don't all just blow them meaninglessly, you should be able to get the win here. But let's see. How much time is left? 1940. Roughly about a minute. A little more than that. You did the right thing. Turn right again!
What is that melody?
You forced the diva to rotate. That's good. She was away from her team for a bit. Now comes the ult battle. Run, bitch, run! Now, you see, if your Kiri didn't just blow her ult like an idiot, your Kitsune Rush might have done enough to actually move you out of the way and save you from the inevitable ring of death here. But she has secured your fate by basically blowing her ult like an idiot. No, that's the tank. Where is he? Where's the BAP? BAP is still in a somewhat safe position. It looks like he might be able to do something. What's his cooldowns look like? He has Lamp. He's going to use it. MVP! Too bad you had to die for that World Star moment to happen. But MVP. MVP moment ruined. Yeah, now it's just your Pharah, your Kiri, and your BAP. It's cringe. Yeah, this may be it. It looks like they're weak enough where they can't make the push, so you might be able to last a little longer than a minute. But judging by I think they're either getting the win. Yeah, they're getting the win. Yeah, there it is.
The enemy outnumbers us.
Dang. Well, all in all, so just to kind of review what you were asking about, like what you said. So your positioning was actually not too bad. Like, you were playing your walls from time to time. You were taking angles with Soldier. There were some times you probably could have done a little bit better. There were some times that you could have probably gotten a head start and had appropriate amount of time, but you delayed. It's the recognition of when that needs to happen. That'll come with time. It's not something that you can correct immediately, and much like anything that I've mentioned here is like it takes time. But now keep it in the back of your mind like, hey, maybe I could take a better advantageous position if I move right now. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So, as far as your eliminations go, I don't know what your end stats were, but from what I can tell, you weren't doing too terrible. You probably could have been working at better eliminations. Eliminations don't mean anything if you're not winning the objective. This is an objective game after all. So eliminations tell you that you're doing your job, but they don't tell you the quality of your work. Because you could have 60 limbs in a match and still lose. Something that Riot even mentioned himself is that he lost a match with having like over 50 elims himself. And it's like, I did all the work. Your shoulder, like I even joked with him too. I was like, your shoulders probably are, like in other words, you're saying your shoulders hurt a bit. So getting eliminations, you're a damage hero. You have some of the best kit right now in the current season. Absolutely take advantage of that. So the only takeaway that I'll leave you with is better positioning, better timing with that positioning, and ability usage is play of the game too, right? Just came in. Ability usage, ult usage, the timings of your positioning and all that, it could have been better. And again, like you were mentioning, it was starting to feel worse towards the tail end of all those placement matches, so I'm not going to even throw that at you like, oh, you know, you should have been on your A game, but, you know, something to kind of like build towards. So try to open your line of thinking within team matches where it's like, oh, hey, so this position, that like there's downtime, and I can be in a better position. What can I do to be in a better position? What can I do to make my team's advantage greater? You played Soldier, Bastion, and Sojourn. Sojourn's ability usage is a little bit more important than Soldier's, debatably. We can have discussions about individual abilities and their importance. But I did notice again, like you were using your ult usage very weirdly with, not her ult usage, her ability usage. Your cover was a little bit weird. Not really anything else to truly cover. Overall, that wasn't a terrible match. And it's definitely something to learn from, but just make sure second game after getting ranked you felt like you were doing bad. Yeah. Just keep these things in mind. It's not the end of the world, and you're definitely improving. I can see that there's definitely some things that you were improving on. You're taking a lot of things to heart, and you're recognizing issues, which is good. You're recognizing issues. So do yourself a favor and just watch through this thing and try to see, like, think about what, like, some of the questions that I ask from time to time and just ponder upon it and keep it in mind for the next matches. You're doing good. I like the improvement. It's doing you well. This was Silver 4. Exactly. So he is recognizing his mistakes. Like, you're not in my Discord, I don't think, Sage. Exactly. First step in solving a problem is recognizing there is one. If you do not have recognition of any issues, then you're not going to make efforts to fix them because you don't recognize a need to fix them. So when he was doing the peak earlier and he got, like, two-pieced by Hanzo. Funny, I was about to say. If you're not following me, you jerk. I might be too shot tonight. But, let me get out of this. I hate the Valentine's Day thing. Can't stand the Hanzo stare, bro. But yeah, he's improving. He's improving overall. The Hanzo two-piece thing, finishing off that, like, let me actually, 4, 5, okay, there we go. Go to practice range for 2 seconds. I'll use Widow for this, or actually I could just go to Soldier. It doesn't really matter who I play. Yeah, so
Every soldier needs a cause.
Hanzo, peeking you. You're playing right here. You get down to 10 HP. You're down to 10 HP. Just wait. Go back, get the kill later. Or take a different angle. So like, oh, he's getting me. Oh, he 10 HP. Run away. Wait for the heals. Wait for the heals. Wait for the heals. He's got an angle. He's not paying attention to me. Bam.
Tactical termination.
Just think of these options. This is really the whole thing. I might be making a very bad point right now. I'm very mentally drained. It's been a very long week and I am kind of tired. I'm even debating whether or not I should play... let's just play Unranked. Why not have a little bit of fun while I'm at it? Okay, that's not recording good. 2 minute. Yeah, just one round and see where I go with that. Pay attention to something real quick. So everyone's talking about the queue times. So remember when Overwatch, like if any of you've played it, in Overwatch 1 there was a complaint with the damage queue times going over like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Like the queue times were ridiculous. That was because the tanks were unappealing. There was very few tank players, very few support players, and a myriad of damage players. It's funny that I've been noticing that even in the quick play lobbies. In fact, you know what? I got a better idea. I got a better idea in general. No. Did the wrong thing anyway. We're gonna... Where's the browse? Yeah, there's some really weird things going on right now where now it's like nobody wants to play tank or support. But nobody wanted to play... I totally lost my train of thought. Oh my god. I'm trying to like do 3 things at once. Okay, it's not looking like it. Okay, I got a better idea. I got a better idea, a much better idea. Let's see if anybody... Wait, friend... Whoa. What was that? It switched it back. What? Let's see what this garners. Just to see if we can have a little bit of fun with it. Never mind. I just realized the time. I actually can't blow through that much. Dang it. I don't want to be blowing all night on this. I played 6v6 with bots, and funny enough is that the bots were actually more fun than any game I've played. I really need to have a conversation about this after this match. Make it a video to upload as well. I have 2 very weird theories, and I'm going to go over them later, but it has to do with the 2 CP game mode, and it has to do with 6v6. Two very weird, like, conspiracy theories from Blizzard.
It's not pity. I know how it feels to be
911.
alone for a long time.
It's over, not gonna lie. It's too late for you. I can't stop. Fight it, Borther.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Pushing the payload! Win by team! Sniper, don't get caught!
Tactical terminal form up on the payload. Move it out.
Thumb slipped on that. Oh my god.
I'm on fire. Over there. Hostile here.
Ah! I didn't realize that she was that far back. I thought she was with her team a little bit more.
Dislocating wrecking ball.
They can't get away with this.
Good on Echo. Good pick.
Enemy spotted!
The payload has reached the
Got eyes on an enemy. We're moving out. Expect resistance.
Sniper, don't get caught!
gaining altitude.
Damn it. Everyone heal up. Watch here.
Enemy spotted!
Roger that.
Dang it. Bad on my part. Oh shoot. I'm really slipping up right now. I'm actually panicking. It's causing me to mess up.
I'm on fire! That's the kill!
Come here and I'll heal you. Biotic healing ready for you.
Ah!
I am on fire!
They'll regret that.
Come back!
Good waste of an ult.
Hello!
Tango spotted. You never learn, Reyes. I've got you in my sights. That warms the bones. Moving the payload. Got eyes on an enemy.
I'm on fire! What else is new? Fire!
Thank you.
Yeah. Nothing I can do there.
Redeploying.
Watch the payload! Win the fight!
Got eyes on an enemy. Fall in for healing. I've got you in my sights. Delivered to target. I'm on fire.
Duplication initiated.
Hostile here.
The payload is approaching.
Life protects life.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Personality duplication.
Get out of my way, bro. Everyone heal up. There are no sides out here.
Whew. Okay, that was high effort.
Play of the game.
Area denied. Call locked. Targeting.
Jerk. Oh, that's damage dealt. Okay. What are my actual stats, though? Challenges, there we are. Okay, so I'm about to get that. That's going to be easy. I don't give a lot of incentive. It's kind of stupid. Like, the weekly challenges are the only ones you can actually earn the currency to use. It's so stupid. And they give you less and less as you earn more and more. It should be... Or is it 30 per each? I'm very confused. I refuse to spend money on any more currency, though. especially since I'm just right there. But like, I mean, everything in the battle pass seems to be looking really good. The thing that I really want is him, but I'm not gonna spend another $10, bro. Like, you lost me there. I spent it the first time because I needed to get a lead on it for the previous season, but like, I don't want to spend it if I just earned it back. So, let me just catch up here. Okay, but just one round. Nice, I better. I can't play ball. You gotta have a degree of hook. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much you do. Zen deleted me. Yes, he did. That's a good clip to show. Leonardo ulted in the backline and killed their supports. Yeah, it was just placement. I knew where they were. Trying to make Mercy. Ooh! Let me know how that turns out. Nice round. Want to review my comp game to see if I've gotten better. It's only been a few days. Did you implement everything? Let me play a little bit more. I haven't played all night, and I need a breather from all the thinking that goes into coaching. Ah. Yeah, my brain is like semi-fried. Not in a bad way. It's just I kind of really wish there was more like 6v6 lobbies, but they don't have any. So stupid.
Welcome to Ishvarasa.
Ah, shoot.
For battle. Select your hero.
I was about to say, all of them are in their black outfit? What the heck? Ishparansa. Sojourn's always good. Yeah, Sojourn Echo. Why the hell not? See if I improved on my accuracy with this one.
We're in this together. All of us.
I'm eager to see what problems we encounter on this mission.
Greetings.
Good to see you.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Objective unlocks in 30 seconds.
I am here to support.
Advancing upward. Enemy target located.
Breaking them down. Enemy here.
Objective unlocked.
Railgun powered and ready to fire. Tango in sight. Pushing the barricade. Dodge this. Stay sharp. Enemy here.
I'm fired up right now.
Clear out.
To no surprise, we have the faster.
Bingo.
We're on the move. Disrupting. Hostile spot.
Ah.
Stay alive for me.
Yeah, That's what I figured. I didn't get to be covered quick enough. Oh my god, Amalga, really?
Man, get yourself together.
Bro, that's like Sojourn Day.
I'm at the height of my performance. Starting the push.
Forward spawn active.
Robot needs exfil. Let's stick with it. Tango inside. Railgun charge. I'm on my game now.
Were you expecting a
I'm ready to
remedy?
overclock.
Lightning. Ahead.
Hostile spotted.
Yeah, he's skilling up. I was just trying to get a good angle, but
If they won't quit, neither will I.
Starting the push. Da. Yahoo.
Dusting off.
Hello.
Heroes never die. Apagando las luces.
This ends now. Enemy here. Calculated. Breaking them down.
Enemy team has claimed the robot.
Railgun powered and ready to fire. I'm on fire.
Thank you. Let's push forward.
Over here. Watch here.
Approaching the final destination.
Tango in sight.
we had no choice.
Life
Yeah. They saved up their ults for this. There is no winning it.
I'm not a fan of setbacks.
Yep, there it is.
Scaling up.
Thank you. I'm here to conquer.
See. Not so fast.
They are pushing robot.
Fire at will.
Disrupting. Railgun charge. Enemy here. Patch me up. Keep a lookout. Hostile spotted. Breaking them down. I'm on my game now. Dodge this.
Heroes never die. Apagando las luces.
My ultimate is ready, secure and ready to move. Enemy here. Over there. Disrupting.
Approaching the final destination.
Heads up. This ends now. Your finest hour. Move.
Moving the barricade.
Clear out.
I mean, hey, they had to blow 2 ults.
I'll be waiting if you want to try again.
They have taken the robot.
We're doing good.
Vivian.
Remain
Get
calm.
yourself together.
Feeling better yet?
Disrupting. Tango inside. Efficient design at work. This ends now.
That might have been a bad ult on my end.
Cooling down.
Forward spawn activated.
Railgun charge. I'm on my game now.
Approaching the final destination.
Clear out. Robot needs
Victory.
Couldn't tell you.
Play of the game.
What did I do?
Cybernetics regulating. Not so fast.
Okay, yeah, I could see that. Play the game, though.
You're too kind.
Dang. How did I get 2 rewards for 5,000 XP and only get 6,000? Yeah, that makes sense. That math adds up. Excuse me. Yeah, I got 2 rewards for 5,000 5,000 Battle Pass XP. I only got 6,000, so it didn't give me everything. Like, what the heck just happened? Whatever, though. Everything in this season is buggy because the devs don't know what they're releasing. Oh, so conspiracy theory. So, I have 2 very huge conspiracy theories with the Overwatch devs, and I don't like it because it makes too much sense. Starting with... let me actually... Yeah, so starting with the Assault game mode. 2 CP, as everyone knows it. So, you know, there's like this whole heated debate from time to time where you'll get some players that are like, oh, 2 CP was like the worst game mode in the entire thing, and like there are people that are like divided between it. So Blizzard's response was, hey, let's make that game mode an arcade game mode. That way people who enjoy it can still play it. So they put it in there, and I go check it out one day, and I realize that it's open queue. But the game is formulated for roll lock, meaning that it's 1 tank, 2 damage, 2 support. So why would they put 2 CP in open queue other than for the only reason that I can think of, to eliminate the desire, like to kind of like placate like to the community that, oh, it's not as good as you remember, if that makes sense. Maybe I'm just falling off my rocker, I'll admit. But what better way than to make the community think that they're wrong than implementing the worst version of the game mode so that you can stick it to them later and be like, hey, you remember that game mode you said you liked? It's not as good as you remember, is it? It's just not as good as you remember it.
Enemy sighted.
Good looks are not enough.
Enough whining.
Thank
You're
you.
fine.
Scanning.
Watch yourself.
I'll find them. Yuga waga teki wo kurau! I feel the dragon's power.
The fact that I'm doing this good on Hanzo, even though I sucked previous season, just shows how bad the patch is.
The dragon awakens. You on it? You can't hide. Wagateki wo kurau! Meet your fate. Scanning. Dragon stirs within me. Willpower burns within me. I'll find you can't hide.
I also think I'm being mismatched.
The dragon awakens. Scanning.
Don't matter.
Your fate.
Yeah, they held it pretty good.
My ultimate.
I think we're being mismatched. So, unbeknownst to a few people, there is MMR for quick play. It's just not as strict as competitive play. So you get matched with people close to your rank.
Wagateki wo kurau!
So it seems like I'm being paired with weaker people. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's nothing I could do that. So I think that I'm being placed against lower ranked players in the unranked lobbies.
They are attacking the objective.
That's exactly what it feels like. Because a lot of them have really bad positioning.
Reality bends to my will.
Yeah, like I was mentioning before, I think I was mismatched a bit. What are plays of the... Okay, that was a pretty good shot on my end, I'll admit.
優が我が敵を食らう
Ooh, I keep burping and it's pissing me off. So, finishing up my previous conversation, so I think that they're trying to kind of stick it to the player base and say, hey, you should have trusted us that we were right. And that 2CP wasn't as good as you remember, so that we don't have to implement it. We're just going to reintroduce it so that you guys can remember how bad it was. And introduce the worst version of it so that we don't argue when it's put in, but we can't argue when we have bad results. No. In arcade, they have... Is that 5v5 on the bottom right there? No. Right next to... So on the way left, they have the new game mode. On the top and bottom, they have, right next to it, the hide-and-seek game mode and the Valentine game mode. And then on the bottom middle of those 6 in a row, bottom middle is 5v5, Assault. And that was 2CP. If you didn't play Overwatch 1, you would remember it as like the maps for Hanamura, Anubis, they had Paris. So I don't know if you recall those maps if you ever played Overwatch 1. Yeah, so that would be it. They introduced the worst version of it. So that makes me wonder, like, if it's a conspiracy, I might just be off my rocker, but it would make too much sense that they would do that, because the devs can be conniving from time to time. The second conspiracy that I have, the 6v6 conspiracy, yes, exactly, Volskaya. The second one is 6v6 versus 5v5. So, 6v6 is healthier for the game, and they know it. And I have a conspiracy that they may be looking to introduce it yet again. But it's all based on speculation, so let me get on that a little bit later. You know what, they said Widow's good. Let's just give it a shot. Let's just give it a shot. Watch me lose. This is gonna be fun.
I aim to devastate.
Superior firepower's good,
but superior brain power's better.
Hey,
We're in for a smooth ride, right? Right?
Time for the shoot.
Good to see you.
Does everyone know the plan?
Over there.
3, 2, 1. Attackers in. Stop the payload.
Yo, oh, she's got a boot. She's got a pocket.
Over there.
You didn't like my present?
naivety.
Get into the field.
Bro.
Engage this enemy.
Yes, because that's who I was looking at.
This is not a zoo.
Now you see. Now you don't.
Good to see you. They're moving the payload. Shut it down. Hello. Hello.
I can't. I'm not getting proper help, so I can't get my shots off. And Widow's got my number because she's got proper pressure being applied to the enemy team.
Finally, a worthy opponent.
Oh, they're moving the payload.
Yeah, look how passive my team is being.
No one can hide from my sight.
Look at this. Look at this.
The payload has reached the checkpoint.
You walk straight into it.
Yeah, I sincerely have no assistance in my pressure because my team is passive. They only became aggressive when the point got taken. Yo, I have to see what this Widow's doing. This doesn't seem right. How did he know I was up there?
How vexing.
Huh.
I'm on fire.
Like he knew to look up there. I have to reset.
There's a sniper. Careful. We're outnumbered. Careful.
Cheers, love. It's time to save the world. Stall that payload. Activating self-destruct sequence. Don't know when to stop, do ya?
Personne n'échappe à mon
Au revoir.
Bro, am I the only one being aggressive?
Blasted. Enemy over here.
They want a rematch? I'll bring it. I'm on my game now. What else?
Ah.
We're outnumbered. Stop the payload.
Can't keep me away.
I need to keep an eye on that Widow. She might be cheating.
I'm the
Might
cream
be.
of the crop.
Good to see you.
Hiya. Let's wipe them out. Don't get caught. Heroes never die. You're a
Personne n'échappe à mon
Damn.
Activating self-destruct sequence.
Bro, why did you waste that?
Let's try that.
Yeah, we can't be aggressive when our team's so discombobulated.
Let them up.
Nicht.
Hey.
Over there.
You.
Enemies on the payload. Let's get them.
Sniper, don't get caught.
The charge. Let's try something else.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
Who's on fire? I am.
Hello.
Enemy spotted.
Watch for the sniper.
Look out! Activating self-destruct sequence. Back we go. Blinding.
Efficient design at work.
I could use some healing. Stay there. Oh, that's it. Thank you.
60 seconds remaining.
No, I blinked, bro. Whatever. This is being a little high intensity situation. Our team's not working as well as they can be.
Restart.
30 seconds remaining.
Sit tight. These last moments are crucial.
Back to the past.
Personne n'échappe à mon regard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
10
6, 7, 8,
seconds.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Back in the fight.
Heroes never die.
Easy
I'm on my
peasy.
game now. Hello.
Self-destruct sequence.
Play of the game.
Uh-huh.
Get in there.
Because the Baptiste is playing damage instead of actually doing his job and helping to support. What time is it? 12? I might make my last game. How many did I play already? For today, yeah. So about 4 matches, all 3 victories. Oh my god. A shot between the cover and the floor. It was, and I enjoyed that very much. I enjoyed that very much. That made me feel great. Let me check on something since you reminded me.
Ready for battle. Ready for attackers in sniper. Leave this escort the payload.
Hold up a minute.
I am empowered.
Okay.
Merci. Be careful out there.
Engaging thrusters.
Target identified.
Merci.
Payload is moving right along.
The enemy is being resurrected.
Maybe not cheating, but
Numbers are greater than ours.
Sending you out.
La veuve
whoa. We saw that, right? We saw that?
La veuve tisse toile.
Form up.
Now I
La veuve tisse toile.
Form up.
Pretending to look over and cover.
now I truly feel alive.
Let's keep it moving.
Thank you. We saw that. What the heck? Just watch that janky movement.
Sniper, be careful.
What were those micro movements? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to report them just out of principle. And just for good measure, gameplay sabotage. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I think that's the only one. The micro movements were so weird. It was like, there I am, there he is, and then it's like, dit, dit, dit. It was like, that's not normal swift movement. That's not something that you get from joystick. So that was just, it was very janky.
There will be no next time.
Like that! Like, pay attention to this. So that was where it happened. And then that's normal movement.
There will be no next time.
Then there's that janky movement. What the heck? There's that sharp movement. And I think it's a weak aimbot so that it doesn't bring on suspicion. But look at this. What was his accuracy? Let me see something. Last match. I don't know. I reported him, so if he is cheating, hopefully he gets banned. Hopefully. Neck. That was just so weird. You'll get that every once in a while. It's not all the time, but when you start noticing that someone's doing some very odd flicking, like micro flicking, where their normal movement all of a sudden becomes like instantaneous, you start to be like, okay. Because it's not... I don't know how they do it. And quite frankly, the less I know, the better. But if I understand it correctly, it's a program. Because you could get, like... I just don't know how the interface would go. But playing on the console version, they could plug in a sim, and maybe on that sim, XIM, they can program it through the computer. I don't know if that would make the most amount of sense, but it would make the most amount of sense for me. And heck, yeah, there might actually be downloadable cheats. I know that's how they did it with the 360, but when everything became cloud-based, it was like... Yeah, let's go Crate.
Someone needs to fill this saddle.
Local femboy.
If you want the right, I can protect you.
Did anybody read the mission brief?
Not as
Come on,
quick as
Ron.
I used to be, but I'm still...
Stop acting like you're old and out of breath. He is out of breath, though.
Attackers incoming. Defend objective A.
Spotted an enemy.
Ah. I thought I could get back into cover quick enough. Hey, revive him.
Don't mind if I do.
So the good news is I'm hitting my shots more consistently with McCree.
Behind you.
Much.
Ah, damn it.
You got a burr in your side. I never miss my mark. Over there.
I see an enemy. They're coming. Let's go.
I'm really feeling the heat. That should be in your bonnet.
Damn. Hey, miss! Been a while. If it is you, I hope that's not just someone who happens to be the name of my friend. That'd be a little awkward. Winnable, though. No, I haven't done my placements yet. I want to wait for the hotfix first, because things are going to change anyway. Just to stall it. Let's have some fun.
60 seconds.
Okay, good. Yeah, these guys are a little easy, so I think this is completely winnable. I actually do think it's legit winnable. But hey, it's good to see you again, Mystic. Glad you could join.
The payload is moving.
Yeah, so with that supposed hotfix patch that's coming, I don't.
Onwards to victory.
Whoa. Dang, bro. Actually winnable. No. Okay. Oh, our Zarya might be able to help out on that, though. I'm just waiting for either Winston to solo me so I can ult him, or...
Get them off the payload.
Fire at will.
Yeah, I was by myself and out of position.
They still haven't
Good stuff
seen
on
my
Pharah's
face.
end. She might actually contest for a bit. Yep. I'm actually doing very crap right now.
Come on, Cole.
They might actually turn this around because of memes.
Form up here. Thanks, Doc.
Zenyatta is here.
Sigma, good pick.
You don't know when to quit.
Incoming.
There we go.
This ends now. Onwards to victory.
There's one.
Nicht getan.
Spotted an enemy. They really don't know
I'm
when
on
to quit.
top of the world.
There's one. Enemy spotted. Trigger finger's still itching. Over there. There's one.
What is that melody?
How you
Yeah. Soldier getting rezzed and then just doing absolute nothing. Ha ha ha! Wasted his time on me and then died for it.
Rocket barrage incoming.
Good Pharaoh.
Not exactly what I expected. Spotted an enemy.
30 seconds remaining.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. There's one. Good as new.
Dispersing.
I've got you in my sights.
10 seconds
I'm really feeling the heat.
Experience tranquility.
overtime.
I'm gonna settle for mop the floor with 'em.
Of course they do. Pharaoh's cooking with the ults. Yeah, no, I can't. I can't lie. I know I was shooting better with McCree.
The game.
Gotcha.
Experience tranquility.
Okay. That was probably the worst play of the game I've had all night, but whatever. Funny. Bro. Just what is this? Ooh. I don't know why I keep burping. It's actually starting to piss me off. I don't care what it's called at this point, right? Reflux, acid reflux. I just don't care. I want it to stop. Yeah. Ooh, you make a good point. All of them have been wins. Shit. Yeah, they've all been wins. Nice. Satan wants his numbers back, though. Look at that. Look at that play. Look at that play time on damage. Satan wants his playtime back. And he can't have it! Okay. What is, just out of curiosity, what do the queue times look like? 3 minutes? Yeah, because everybody wants to play damage and nobody wants to play tank or support. Damn. I don't know. One competitive make him jealous. One competitive match. What do you guys say? Yeah, Satan's got no place in my home. Just the Holy Spirit. Thank you very much. I didn't do my placements yet. Oh my god. Kneecap. Plus, if I also understood correctly, joining up is not a very ideal thing for a lot of people because you don't climb as much. And I am trying to see if I can get back into plat. Let's have a look. I'll go solo for now. We'll see about teaming up. I want to again keep that for the alternate profile. Yeah, that's another thing. Mystic, if you're still here, I have an alt profile again. We just need to play some quick play and do some memes. Really? Because, like, talking about flats for 2 seconds, I don't take his word as gospel, but he's mentioning that he feels like he's climbing slower whenever he's in a group where other people are climbing higher and faster. It's iffy. But there's another thing too. I will most certainly climb slower because what's going to happen is because I was mid to high plat when I ended the previous season. Yes, they did a soft reset of sorts, so nobody's at their original rank 100%. But because I would be a plat with a silver and we can actually play together, we would kind of be favored to... I would be favored to win if we won. Because I'm the higher rank among the lower ranks. But that would also mean that the enemy team's got the same thing with a plat silver player if possible, and that would also increase queue times because it's a little unorthodox. But yeah, we just need to see real quick. I normally don't do deathmatch. I'm changing things up.
Now traveling to Petra.
I haven't been on this map in God knows how long. Aha!
Keep your head out of the clouds. I'll find them.
Dang. Yeah, Genji's a little scary when it gets to close
Once again,
combat.
I set
Where am I?
forth.
The heck?
By the dragon.
Taken the lead.
You can't hide. You are weak.
Getting out of dodge. Of course you would go Roadhog in a free-for-all. Dang. Yeah, that's really all they play, is deflect and get in your face so that you can't aim, but they benefit because they can't. Bro, I'm playing Hanzo against a bunch of broken heroes. Do you really? I see what Ilari's doing, just messing with me. Like, no shit. All right, let's see what the match looks like. Bitch. Well, I know what my teammate's playing. We'll go soldier. Why the heck not? I'll go tracer if the need arises. Come on, Widow. Come on, Jazzy. Thank you.
Every soldier needs.
Yep, see, Widow's going Widow.
Have you enjoyed your time away with the fairies, Dr. DeCapra?
They do make lovely conversation.
I like how he answers with confidence. Oh my god. Got a 3-stack on the team.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Are they a 3-stack?
Round
I didn't notice that.
capture the objective.
Let us pave our path together.
The objective is
Keep a lookout. Chaos. Got eyes on an enemy.
Have a nice day.
Heads up.
Cannot withstand much more. Actuating the barrier unsuccessful.
Run it, run it, run it, run it, run it, run it! Oh, I couldn't make it back. Wow, we're just trading people. No, Zen, get out! Get out!
I've seen tougher spots.
They still have Genji. They still have Genji. Okay.
My fuse is lit.
And they're down to support. Oh, come on! Bro.
You'll regret that.
Whatever. Unlucky on my end.
Eyes open.
Over there. Enemy spotted.
I've got meds.
What is that melody?
I'm on fire.
Eh.
It's over.
test round 1.
Who needs healing?
Heyo, Leonardo. What's going on, bro? Took you long enough to arrive. I figured that you were waking up now.
0.
Yeah, sorry to start so late. I wish I could have started sooner. I was just wiped from the morning.
Safety's off. It's a cruel world out there.
How am I doing? 6 and 2? Okay, that works. My critical hit accuracy is doing really crap.
We got work.
What's he set to again? Let's try 50 and see what that helps.
4, 3, 2, 1. Round 2. Capture the objective.
I've done yours. Riot's has already been done and uploaded, but yours I did, and I'll be uploading it before I go to bed tonight. We're even, bitch. Oh, are we losing now?
You got a lot to learn. That warms the bones. Biotic healing ready for use. Hostile here.
Bro, where is probably play of the game? Okay, there's my team. It took them a little bit to get there, but we got them. It looks like we might lose, though.
Still got some fight in me.
Remove them off the objective.
No one can hide from my sight.
Tactical visor ready for deployment.
Oh, it's a Doom. Doom's coming for me, I just know it. Go ahead.
Get out of my way or I'll run you over.
Dang, Doomfist has got it out for me.
Patched up. I've got you in my sights.
Surrender to my will.
Doesn't even need tactical visor kills, but oh my god. Ah.
Play of the game.
Yeah, so no play of the game for me. Ooh. Yeah, the Widow named player was probably a real Widow
No
name.
one
That's
can
funny.
hide from my sight.
Gold 4. Yep. Unfortunately, what they thought. They said that everybody was going to average gold 4, and I just got reduced, so... What, you're not going to tell me why I'm in the spot that I'm in? I thought I was supposed to get more transparency. Oh, wrong thing. Bro, come on. Not a bad first game. No shit, Sherlock. I just saw that on my screen. Hold on a second. Let me catch up on this one. So I've reviewed that. I forgot how high people's sense are sometimes. Yours is at 80. Yep. Play of the game. No, unfortunately. Got to say that while you weren't reviewing it, I tried to improve myself, and I thought the problem was I wasn't hitting headshots. I didn't... Huh. I didn't see it in the review. I could actually have a quick overview of it when I'm uploading it. I didn't notice anything much about the headshots. Let me finish reading the comments for a second. I gotta go, but tomorrow I might hit you with a competitive review. Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. So I started going more after the head and taking the high ground by my own. Okay, so pretty much what I was recommending by Riot. Leonardo improving aim is good, yes, but there's a few more things you can improve on. No shit, Sherlock. Not bad for first game. Just like I Sage just comes in with the words of wisdom, and Leonardo just claps back with like, no shit. Oh, that's funny though. But I did do the review, the overview that I have for you, Leonardo. So you had a couple of instances. What the real issue with that match, I don't think it had anything to do with your aim. It had more to do with your positioning and your timing, as well as ability usage. So those were like the three biggest things. There were some times where, yes, you were creating pressure, But the big takeaway was that the pressure that you were exerting was using key abilities that you probably, like for Bastion especially. So there's a couple of times at the beginning of the match where you were just using your gun and you were trying to make an engagement, but the enemy was already like behind cover. So you blew through a cooldown, a very key cooldown that you could have saved. That I would have waited to peek to see what I was facing before I blew the ult. Or be hyper aggressive and push in. A couple of options, but basically you had to wait 12 seconds. And then another thing, a big key thing, not just about ability usage, positioning. So one of them was with your soldier ult in the middle of the map, like at the tail end of it, where you went and used your tac visor when you were right in front of a diva Mei combo, but everybody else was in the back line. You could have benefited from taking a more back-end position so that you could actually get the Zen, you could get the Moira, you could get the Hanzo, and even if you don't kill them, you're forcing out their ultimates, because they had 2 ultimates that they ended up using anyway, so you would have forced it and would have won. I don't know why. Where's that? Nice. Maybe it's a different mindset. You got to really connect the two. Wish I had better advice to offer on that one. Last thing, though, I will point out, the loss of the match was not your fault. So, I witnessed some of the worst Kiriko gameplay I've ever seen in my... In fact, let me go back to chat. I've witnessed some of the worst Kiriko gameplay I've ever had to witness, and it was atrocious. Your Kiriko used Kitsune Rush at a lost team fight. She used it on a won team fight, and she used it in an alley in a fish in a barrel situation. And then, even before that one happened, she used her ult in the wrong spot, essentially rendering it useless for your team. I have no words for how bad that Kiriko ult usage was. Like, it was puke in my mouth bad. Maybe I ought to reach out to that individual and offer them some coaching and be like, hey, so I'm doing some free coaching for people. Would you mind if I used would you mind if I coached you for free and, like, we don't need to talk or anything? Like, holy crap. Because that was atrocious. I didn't expect Mei to freeze me behind. Yes, your Kiri was that bad. I'll explain. Like, I already explained the ult usage, but she just wasn't using her abilities as wisely as she probably could have. The tank, your tank was actually doing really good. It could have benefited from a little communication. I don't know how it was in the match, so you tell me. But it seemed a lot of times like either Zarya was pushing in by herself, or people were pushing in front of her while she was backing out. It was kind of like very mismatched. She didn't look like she was too shabby. It looked like she was actually doing her job very well. Again, the real big thing that I noticed was Kiriko's just horrendous ult usage in the entire match. Almost had to help Kiriko. Yeah, no, Bap had an MVP play at the near end, but unfortunately that was a time where Kiriko's bad ult usage kind of went bad too, because she blew her ult at the last minute with the Baptiste visor. Like, the Baptiste visor was perfect by itself. Everybody could have, pushed everybody back. Kitsune Rush would have been a way to help you kind of recover when the enemy team was pushing in, when Mei's ult was going through, but alas, she blew it with the visor, like with the tac window, and it was like, oh my god. If that Hanzo didn't want it yet, I was going to talk about that. That's another thing, your positioning. So, key thing, I don't know if you noticed it in any of my matches, maybe it was a little atrocious on my end too, or if you can go back on it later. There's a couple of instances where I was facing a Widow and I had to take like different angles and sometimes the same angle. You don't always want to take the same angle, and when you got reduced in health, I wouldn't have peeked again. And you had different options. So you threw down your healing station and you barely got anything before you were taken out. So the healing station, although it is a very reliable source of healing in most situations, the situations that it's not is that it doesn't immediately heal you, and it doesn't do it very quickly. and then you were also down at 10 health, it wasn't going to do much for the burst damage coming your way from Hanzo. What you could have done instead, as an alternative, get behind the cover, don't peek again, take the health pack, that's what it's there for. Your supports were far enough back that they would have been able to see you and heal you. Take the off angle, because Hanzo's facing the other direction, and you might have been able to pressure him back into playing more passively than aggressively. So that was kind of like the big takeaway on that one. But other than that, it was actually very good gameplay. You actually did really good on that one. I'll upload the thing for you so you could see it. But essentially, the only breakdown, the only thing that I had to really share with you was, did you share your settings prior? I got it from the Discord. I didn't see anything. Wait, maybe it was a little further down. An hour. Huh. Now this one's Riot. Did you share your settings somewhere? Oh wait, no, is that you? No, that's something different. Yeah, I didn't see anything on your postings for... Yeah, I didn't see anything on that one. Hold up a minute. Riot! He's no longer here, but you're a PlayStation player? Get the hell off my stream! In fact, you know what? Remove your presence from my Discord. Filthy PlayStation casual! Yep, has anyone... Oh my god, I think the guy's been getting more popular. There's this dude who's doing, like, the Batman memes, like, committing crimes in Gotham, like, jaywalking and all that. So the guy's just, you know, breaking the law super casually, and then Batman just comes out of nowhere, and he tries to, like, no, wait, I didn't mean to do it, and then Batman just makes, like, a funny pun relating to what he's doing. He's like, you shouldn't have broke the law. And then he just starts beating the crap out of him. It's like, get off PlayStation, you noob. Oh my god, that... College humor, bad man, B-A-D man. Some of the funniest stuff you'll ever watch. It's like he's talking with Commissioner Gordon on the roof. Harvey Dent. Can we trust him? Well, he seems to be the only hope we got. Were you trying to sneak away? What? Don't be absurd. No. I wasn't trying. Maybe you just need to turn around a little longer. Or something along those lines. And then later on is like, even more hilarious, he's trying to like interrogate the Joker, but it's not the Joker, it's an actual circus clown. But he thinks it's the Joker. So he starts doing this thing. It's like, he slams his head into the desk. Oh, my head. Why would you do... Punches his hand. Oh, who punches a hand? You're garbage that kills for money. No, garbage is another clown. I'm what did he say his name was? Like Bouncy the Clown or something weird like that. Amazon, if you're doing online, games. Oh wait, do you even have GameStop in Europe? Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what facilities you actually have in Europe, but Amazon would be the go-to because that one's got. Let me see if I can find something for you. Hold on. Xbox controller, Game Freaks. Let me see. Make sure I don't spill water on my computer. Xbox controller, Game Freaks. Here we go. Do they have different colors? It looks... Looks like they do, but it's like different... Instead of offering different colors, they're just offering different items. Yeah, forget about that. Let me get this link for you here. Dang, that sucks. Yeah, that would be one. It's red. I don't know if red's your color, but they offer the different items beneath it anyway, which is what I mentioned prior. All you really need, you don't need it on both thumbsticks. So I'll show you. Let me see. So on this one, you'll see the size. Let me bring it up on my so I can keep up with it. So over here, you see the size on this one, if it'll focus. And then you'll notice a sizable difference on this one. So the longer one goes on the right thumbstick, and it gives you better precision control with the joystick because the best way I could explain it is that since it's a little bit higher from where your hand is versus the lower end, it takes a little bit more push to get full turn radius and whatnot. So, whereas maybe going like this, just to name an example, going like 50% of the way through would require a little bit more effort, and thus anything small precision movements are easier to make. Don't really care about you. I did keep it going. What are you talking about? Did I not? Really weird. But yeah, red doesn't need to be the color. You can get whatever color. But that's pretty much the only thing you need. You just need it on the one. You need it on the one thumbstick, not both of them. Remind me again, what new controller was it? Was it the Elite controller? Get off of that while I'm at it. Limited time offers. Harvey. Yeah, that's another one. They burst into the room after he beats the crap out of the circus clown, like the Joker. He's like, "Where is she? I don't know. I got drunk at a birthday party. I'm sorry." Oh. They finally break into the room because he barricaded it. Batman, stop. Stop. That's not the Joker. It's not the Joker. You can stop hitting him now. It's the Joker. No, it's not. It looks like the Joker. It doesn't remotely look like the Joker. It's not the Joker. So it's not the Joker. No. No, it's not the Joker. You've just been beating up a typical birthday clown. Just for the record, a part of me knew that. Yeah, I had gotten in so deep, it was too late for me to turn back, and I just kept going with the flow, going with the punches. Yeah, I can see that. He didn't get the beating that he deserved, but the one that he needed. He didn't deserve or need any of that. Harvey Dent. Oh my Jesus Christ. Can we trust him? We've been over this. There's nowhere to go in here. It's like he couldn't disappear. And so it happens again. They go into the thing with like Bubbles the clown or whatnot. Yeah, sorry for the mix-up. It ends up being the Joker again. He's like, "Oh, come on!" Now he's beating up a mime. Ooh, electric vault. I'll have a quick look at that. Controller, electric vault. Here we go. Ooh. Now the question is it that green one or is it more of a blue one? Oh, that is actually a very nice looking controller. I'm not even going to lie. That green, that combination for the controller actually looks really good. I won't even lie on that. Dang. Okay, so it is green. Yep. Dang, it actually looks really good. Yeah, so those Game Freaks, there's a green one for sure. It doesn't need to be perfect. Yeah, I'm pretty much done for the night. Let me quickly endorse my Widow and Zen. Probably getting random things right now.
Don't be creepy.
I really don't want to blow $5 just so I could get the battle pass. Like, I don't even use a good portion of these things anyway, but, like, the soldier skin is one that I would get and just put it into fluctuation each season. Oh, wait a minute. I have an idea. Hold on. Was it 5, 6? Gameplay. Okay, let's see. Remove the overlay. Career, history, there we go. Ooh, Route 66, that was the... Nope. Okay, yeah, I gotta get rid of that.
You got a lot to learn. That warms the bones. Biotic healing ready for use.
Replay that?
You got a lot to learn. That warms the bones. Biotic healing ready for use.
Let me view that one more time, because I got the Hanzo. Did it give me the Brig? I have to... It was confusing me because I was like... Okay, so...
You got a lot to
Hanzo.
learn. That warms the
The
bones.
Brig. Okay, so I got all 3 kills. Okay.
For use.
I'm going to post this on Reddit. So, put the Overwatch overlay back. So, I think I need to mention 2 more things real quick. I mentioned it prior, a couple of weeks back. I'm going to mention it again. So, I'm going to be doing a charity stream over in September. But that's a long ways off, and that's not as important, but just basically something I'm building up to and something I'm going to be changing up. So, just be aware of that, guys. I'll be talking about it more as time goes on, and I'm working on planning it. I'm also working on planning to try and put together some other projects for the content creation. And one of the big projects that I'm trying to work on is a questionnaire of sorts. But I will go into that a little bit later. But the need to know is that I need to garner attention. So who knows what that's going to lead to, and hopefully the community doesn't just shut me down. That'd be fun. But it's kind of like I need to formulate proper questions, but my brain has been fried. So I need to kind of like get some rest and kind of gather my thoughts. But the questionnaire is going to be asking everybody's honest opinion of certain things going on in the game to kind of get some hard data about how they feel about every hero and all that. So really just need to get that together. But another thing, and this is very important, because within the coming... Where are we at right now? We're at the end of February. So I'm like 1, 2... I am roughly... Oh, boy. I am roughly 2 weeks away currently from what is known in Texas as South by Southwest. And it is one of the biggest spring breaks in the entire region of our area. And since I am working security, thankfully level 2, it means that I get to work unarmed, and all the problems are handled by the police department, which is hired out across the entire city that it's all taking place in. Like, the police are answering and responding to all these things. They're hired out, they're handling the heavy lifting, and we're there. We're going to be guarding a Ferris wheel, apparently. So, I wish that was a joke. But essentially that means that in the coming next 2 weeks, my first week is going to look very questionable. So this is the final week before I do an off week, because it's week 5 through 1. And then next month, funny enough, is actually a very rare 6-week month, because it begins at the tail end of one week and ends at the beginning of the next one. So this will be a rare 6-month one, or a 6-week one, where the 1 week that I'm the 1.5 weeks that I'm out is going to be dedicated to just focusing on work. Maybe I stream the days before, but I will be out pretty much from the 10th to the 16th. They say 17th, but I need to work it out with my sergeant right now to make sure that he's aware my Sundays don't get interfered with, and if they do, it's evening time work only. And I still have other sites to worry about that we are still contracted by, so we can't just call out and be like, hey, we got another gig in favor of yours. So maybe I'm still working that location, and it'll be a way for me to kind of relax at the tail end of all that. But on the 18th, I'll be making my comeback. But that leads me to the next thing, is that come April, things are going to get hectic with my wife leaving work, which means I will be increasing my hours. And one of the concerning things my sergeant mentioned was, hey, if your wife quits her job, she's in the midst of doing so, and she's 6 months pregnant. If your wife quits her job, then that means that you can start working, and I got a gig for you that's 8 hours a day, 7 days a week. As tempting as the offer sounds, that would mean I have no home life. My life would literally be working the 8 hours wherever I go. So that's probably driving to and from Austin, so let's make that at bare minimum 10 hours. 10 hours working, whatever amount of hours sleeping between 6 and 8, and then the rest of it's free time, which I can divide between anything in my home. So I would hope that doesn't kill into my content creation, which is something I still deem important because I am growing. But suffice to say, yeah, exactly, I'll have no free time. So it might be a temporary thing, and he might just be speaking out his butt for this one, because it is like 2 months away, technically, before that could even be considered. And he's well aware that me and the wife have to do what we're doing in our current schedule. She can't just quit right now. But, yeah. That's where we're heading. But come May, supposedly at the end of May, the date I believe was like estimated to be the 22nd or the 26th, that is when my daughter will be born. So if she's not early and she's not late, I am going to be skipping out on the very final week of May. My birthday's on the 12th anyway. So you might not see me at that point. But content creation is going to come to a slow for the next few months. Don't be alarmed. I'm still going to be making videos. Is there any, before I go, is there any update on the patch notes? Does not look it. Although tomorrow is supposed to be the hot fix. Fire everyone who made this patch. It's like the first thing I noticed. Listen to your players, not YouTubers, streamers. Yeah, nothing about the patch that I could see. They really need to release this information. Yeah, I need to really work on... I think I might work with my friend on this one, but... Say, let me see. Some YouTubers got invited to play the mid-season patch notes before release. Is that the comments? No, this is the comments from the forums. Some of the stuff is actually kind of funny to read from time to time. Some of the people are just idiots, but, you know, every opinion is somewhat valid. There's no stupid questions. Just stupid answers and stupid people. I take that back. There's also stupid questions. Crap. But, all that being put aside, yeah, that's pretty much it for the night. I got nothing else in me to play, and I'm very tired, so I'm going to cut off stream here. I'm glad that you guys stuck around as long as you did, and I'm going to now work on uploading. Well, first off, welcome to the stream. Let me see if I'm... Yeah, good thing I was paying attention to the name. I almost merged the R and the N into an M. So, Nernoisian? Nernoisian? Nernoisian. Wait, I'm trying way too hard. Nernoisian. Let's just call you Ner. I'm going to call you Ner for short for like 2 seconds. We'll adapt the name long term. I'm very shot right now. Pardon me. But Lucio, most broken Overwatch hero of all time? No. He's not the most broken. He is undoubtedly the most memey, but the most broken? No. Most broken was Brig. And not in a good way. Brig, hands down. But yes, it is true, he can wall ride. But everybody's got their own form of mobility, you can't really measure it off of that. I thought it was supposed to be not Venture. Was it Venture? Wait. Yeah, it was Venture. I'm trying to remember if the word was Venture. I don't think it's unless that's the character's name. Yeah, like actual name, not hero name. Is that what you meant? Huh. I also heard they were non-binary. I don't know or care at the minute. Wait until the hero gets released and we'll troll about it later, I guess. I don't know. All I know is that they gotta stop making cardboard cutouts and hopefully make a hero with an actual story that integrates into the game. Because the problem they had was like... Where's the hero release for like 2 seconds? So out of recent hero releases, Junker Queen doesn't play into the story too much. Mauga just barely does. Ramatra's like been in there since Overwatch 1. Wrecking Ball doesn't play anything into the story. Sigma kind of plays into the story, but again, he's like Junker Queen, barely shows up. Ashe barely shows up other than with the thing with Echo. Junkrat barely plays a role from time to time. Same thing with Roadhog, but they're off doing their own adventures. Let's be honest. Sombra, no. Overwatch 2 heroes only. Sojourn got implemented pretty good. Where is it? Alari? She has her story, but she's not integrated into the main canon, as I understand it. Same thing with Kiriko and Lifeweaver. Why are they in there? Makes no sense to me. Yeah, Ram's got integrated into the story because he's like one of the main antagonists. He's like a misunderstood hero, and he's like actually one of the best villain-like characters of the game. I like. He's a very misunderstood hero. Like, he's technically not a bad guy, and that's what makes him the perfect bad guy for the story. Like, he's not wrong, but the way he's going about what's doing... It's not even that... It's... How do I explain this? So it's like... everything he talks about is right. Omnics are being either treated as complete and utter trash, or they're being treated like people. The world is going through a transition of integration, but because the integration is still very rough, they are a single generation species that once they die, you can't replicate it. They're not just machines, they're actually alive because of the AI. They're unique. Which is very weird because I thought you could technically create more. But I guess that's where, like, Dr. Liao's work came into progress with Echo and all that. It's very weird to me. But he is right in defending Omnic rights, because in this universe they're treated like people. I can stand behind that. That's the story that's being told. Everybody agrees with it. But is there really a better way of going about it than the way he's doing it? The short answer is no. And this is coming from as moral and ethical a side as I can make out, because I'm only a singular person. There really is no nice way of going about this. He has to be the bad guy. His method is evil, but his heart is good. Because he's not doing it for evil intention. He's not doing it for power or selfish gain. He's actually doing what he's saying, even if the method is, like you just said, peculiar. It's really weird. But that's what makes him the great villain of the story. Because it's not even just him, it's Doomfist. And I have to actually go off on this. I made my own hero, and I'll go on to that in a little bit. Like, that was a while back ago, and I fleshed him out recently. But Doomfist is the real antagonist of this, because he's setting the chaotic order for Ramatra. So, like, he's the actual real bad guy, and he manipulated Ramatra into a bad choice, because chaos brings peace. Not really. But I see exactly what he's trying to do. But, yeah, he's just evil in general. Like, he's just got an evil outlook of the world. Jeez. When the Blizz team actually cared about the lore enough, the game was great. The game was just great. But now they're just trying to go off on building whatever story they can, and the heroes... The heroes no longer integrate into the story properly, and it's kind of annoying. It's kind of annoying and noticeable. Let's just be honest. Oh, come on! Still follow NYXL, and it's like I'm waiting to hear news of whether or not they're going to join OWCS. Nah, they just keep hitting up these memes and other crap. Like, okay, great. He did. That's what made him a good villain too. Is like his intentions were pure, but then the world kind of like broke him, and that's when he became the evil SOB that we have now. That too. Till he used his wealth to make the arm. Yep. And the cybernetic implants, just replacing everything. Yep. I thought he killed the successor, is what I understood from the story. The Thanos gauntlet. They said he could level a skyscraper. Meanwhile, in game, you can't make more than a dent in a concrete wall. Wait. Yeah, the original Doomfist was a hero. His successor, if I understood correctly, was a villain. And then he became a successor to the villain. It's kind of weird. The story got weird. Yeah, but I'm going to go hero by hero on my screen. But Diva, part of the story. Doomfist, part of the story. Junker Queen, barely part of the story. Mauga, kind of got integrated into the story. He's picking up, and we need to give it a little more time. He's really fresh. Orisa, barely part of the story. Ramatra, crux of the story. Reinhardt, part of the story. Roadhog, barely part of it. Sigma, barely part of it. Winston, part of it. Wrecking Ball, not part of it at all. Zarya, part of it. Ashe, not really part of it. Bastion, part of it. McCree, part of it. Echo, Genji, part of it. Hanzo, God only knows where he is. Junkrat, with Roadhog, just creating chaos, not part of the story or pertinent to the main storyline. Mei, Pharah, part of it. Reaper, part of it. Sojourn, part of it. Soldier, off doing something with Anna. We'll get to her in a minute. Sombra, part of it. Symmetra, starting to become part of it. Torbjorn, part of it. Tracer and Widow, part of it. Anna, part of it. But they're going about it from the back end, trying to get to Talon directly instead of doing things with Overwatch. But they're still part of, like, their own side story. Baptiste, part of it. Brig, part of it. Ilari, God only fucking knows. Kiriko, God only fucking knows. Lifeweaver, God definitely is the only one who knows. Lucio, part of it. Mercy, part of it. Moira and Zen, part of it. Captain Sparkles. Funny enough, he's a YouTuber too. Huh. Oddly enough, I can see it. I can see it. He's not wrong. And that's another thing too, is like the reason I hate Lifeweaver for a lot of reasons, gameplay and lore-wise. But one of the confusing things, they integrated him for no good reason, and his story makes no sense. Like, think about this for 2 seconds. So, his whole entire crux, if I could get the... Yeah, here we go. A scientist, artist, activist. Lifeweaver entwines the beauty of nature with the practicality of science. He dreams of healing the world. You know, very generic stuff right there. But he comes up with, if I remember the name of it, is like Bio Lesson Hard Light, that it's supposed to not just be hard light, but actual like plant life, which is why his theme is like petals and everything. So, yeah, no, he doesn't appear anywhere for right now. He has not appeared anywhere. But the thing like that's confusing me is that he can't integrate anywhere. His entire thing is like a living cliche. Oh, he wants to heal the world. Join the club with literally everybody else fighting for a better tomorrow, like Tracer. Just to name one. Mei, name another. Winston, name another. Like, come on now, the list goes on. You're not the only one who wants to heal the world. Number 2. Oh, I'll never let my creation be taken by the enemy. You and literally Sigma, Ramatra, technically Soldier and Reaper, let's be honest. Lucio, Symmetra. Yeah, there we go. You got all the good ones. Like, bro, it's like nothing about him is actually original. They just threw him in there to put a pansexual hero, is what I feel. And don't get me wrong, I'm for people. If you need to identify with it, that's your prerogative. I don't care. Can you play the game? Then we're good. I don't care about the rest. You do you, boo-boo. But this game is supposed to have a lore attached to it, and the dev team is supposed to be working on the story. And yet, out of all the heroes in Overwatch 2 that you have introduced, so starting with Junker Queen, Mauga, Ramatra, Sojourn, Ilari, Kiriko, Lifeweaver, just introducing those 7 heroes. I don't know why that was difficult to count for like a second and a half. Just those 7 heroes for right now. How many of them actually do anything to further the story along? We have Mauga, we have Ramatra, and we have Sojourn. So 3 out of the 7 right now. 4 of them are useless. They're cardboard cutouts. You haven't done anything properly with them. You haven't done anything with the story with them. And then you created Lifeweaver as the first openly pansexual hero, and that's what you led with? Sure. Don't you think there was more important things to introduce along with that? Yeah. I think it also happened during Pride Month, too, which is getting a little bit out of hand at this point. Anyway, I've gone on a long enough rant. But I will quickly preface that everything I said prior, I am for people. You're living your life like you want, boo-boo. If you want to hear what I have to say about it, you can stick around. We can discuss it. We could talk about it. We could joke about it. I don't care. If you disagree with it, feel free to leave. I'm sorry to see you go. But just putting that in there in case someone watches this back and is like, "Oh, what a bigot right here. Doesn't support LGBTQ plus blah 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 blah." No, shut up and get out. I'm very tired too. I'm probably just ranting for no reason. I'm gonna actually go now. So thank you guys for tuning in. I'm gonna be uploading the VOD review in like 2 seconds and get that out of the way. But thank you, Sage. Thank you. How did I already forget how to pronounce that name? Nernoisen. Okay, make sure I got that right. I don't know if Leonardo is still here. I know that Riot left earlier. He's no longer here. Mystic, if you're still here, good to see you guys. Good to see you again. God, I actually do miss playing with the Overwatch Discord group. We really need to get that somewhat going, or I need to find something that I can play on the side when I'm wanting to do competitive again. Have a good night, Sage. Have a good night, Nernoisen. Have a good night, Miss, if you're still here, and Leonardo. Have a good night, everybody.